What's up, Lorraine, my boy? All right, yo. It's the OutSpokin livecast, man. Flamborghini. Special guest today, my motherfucking boy, DJ Fat B. What's up with it, my G?
What's going on?
What you know good, man? You got your Pradas on.
Nah, these them Hurricane Chris's, man.
You said that, and I told you they're not feline, so.
These the Hurricane Chris's, bro. I got no Pradas on, man.
What's up, man? Tell me something new.
Ah, man. Slow motion for the potion right now, man. Trying to finish this 2022 year out strong, man. Ashton Gun Solutions, by the way. Yeah, just trying to finish this year out strong, man. Had fun this year, though. I will say that.
What's the dopest thing you did? I know you went to Miami. Is that it? It's close, huh?
I'm gonna be honest, that Miami trip, that shit was cool up until, I don't think people know, man, up until I damn near drowned.
You was swimming the ocean or you was on the jet ski?
I was on the jet ski and I fell off that bitch.
You ain't had no jacket on?
Yeah, that motherfucker was small as fuck.
Wasn't floating, you know, motherfucker.
That shit was small as fuck, man. Hey, but hold on though, it was one of them things like, I'm like, shit, I ain't leaving the state of Florida until I get in this water. You feel me? Like,
but you ain't want to get in it for real, huh?
Yeah, I really want to ride jet skis,
I'm
man.
saying you ain't want to get in the water like this.
Oh yeah, I didn't, but but this the thing though, like shit. I used to be a lifeguard when I was younger, so I know how to swim. But it's a difference between
ocean currents and swimming pools.
Yeah, and now I know. Shout out to my nigga DJ Dev, man. You're not supposed to go jet skiing after a hurricane.
The waves too strong.
That shit was too strong. The first day we went, the guy was like, he said, you see him out there parasailing? I said, yeah. He said, yeah, if you haven't rode jet skis before, we don't advise you to go. I said, all right, we go the next day. So we went the next day. I'm talking about I'm having a ball.
Mm-hmm.
Kicking that bitch up to going about 50. Next thing you know, I'm about to go back in. I hit a motherfucking wave, and that shit just threw me all the way off. Like, and like I said, I could swim, but shit, what they say is you got a game plan until you get punched in the mouth.
When you got thrown off, what was the first thing you thought in your mind?
How the fuck am I gonna get my big ass back on this jet ski?
Hey, you had that thing on your arm?
Yeah.
So you ain't get separated from it?
Well, shit, like when you fall off, if you fall off, you're supposed to let go of everything, so everything cut off, you feel me, so you don't roll the thing over. It just, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, I could swim, but it's different trying to, like when I first got on it, it's different trying to, you on like hard ground and pushing yourself up on there. Now I gotta use nothing but upper body strength to try to pull myself on there. And on top of that, I'm getting on it the wrong way, so every time I get back on it, knock me back off again. Yeah, so then I'm trying to get back on it. And the guy, he was like, I'm going to just tow you in there. And mind you, I didn't have the right swim trunks on. I had on some...
Your ass out.
Man, ass out, everything.
Ass out and your ass out.
Hey, hold on. So then, I'm trying to get on there. He like, I'm going to just tow you in. So he towing me in. I'm trying to hold my shorts up and hold this thing. And then I'm like, man... There's fucking alligators and sharks in this water. Ain't about to be no easy target. I said, hold on, man, let me get myself right.
Ain't no alligators in there.
Man, that's what I'm thinking for real. Hey, so like, let me get myself right, man. So, man, he held it. I pulled myself up. He was like, you got 15 more minutes. I'm like, man, get me the fuck out of here, man. So the way you kind of got to go, you got to go this way, and then you got to go in. Shit. I turned that motherfucking catty corner. Woo! I'm down there, beached that motherfucker, man. I swallowed so much damn seawater, bro. That shit's fucking disgusting in itself for me. I made it through. So, like I said, that Miami trip, that was pretty cool, man. You know what I'm saying? I guess sometimes, man, to be honest, that water really is soothing, man. I sat out there for a minute, just turned it off and was floating, man, and kind of got my
I bet the fuck you did just be floating. How about I turned it off for a little while?
Yeah, I turned that bitch off for a minute and floated for a minute, but got my mind right. But yeah, that was pretty cool. But
so you're the first guest to say that one of your near-death experiences was the coolest things you did all year.
Yeah.
Was something you did this year that wasn't so near to death that was so cool?
I traveled a lot. DJing, like, yeah, that was pretty cool. I like that, man.
What's the coolest place you traveled to for DJing this year?
It was either between Kalahari.
Where that's at?
That's in Sandusky.
Okay.
I was actually helping one of my niggas do a party with him and his family. It was between Kalahari and Cincinnati.
That ain't Put in Bay, is it?
No, Put in Bay is like more. That's like
Past
more
Cleveland, or
that's like more like Cleveland area, like past like Cleveland in that area. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was pretty cool though. I got to do a rooftop party. That was hectic and cool at the same time. Big star-studded rooftop party. And last minute, I'm talking about, it took like 4 hours to get this party together. And shout out to Custom Air Designs too. That rooftop party took 4 hours to get together, and I'm setting up. And next thing you know, you just pour down rain. Just boom, opened up. I'm talking about everything flood the top of the building. It took 4 hours to set up. It took an hour and a half to get all that shit inside, and then set up again and do the party. But the party turned out dope, man. That shit was so much fun, man.
So what you think, like, how you look at your level up this year as far as like as a DJ, like as far as awareness of people booking you? And
I will tell you this, and this for all DJs in the city of Dayton. If you really want to experience, like, party-wise, a different thing, you got to travel outside, man. You got to get outside these walls. Like, it's cool doing this shit for the people that know you, but for the people that don't know you, man, you will get so much love. So much love. And then you realize outside the music that we play regularly, that it's so much.
And that's what I was about to ask you.
It's so much.
How much music did you get to play when you traveled in DJ that you couldn't play in Dayton?
A whole bunch. I got to touch all type of different genres, especially like I never knew that I loved go-go so much. Go-go music. I love go-go music.
Did you get to travel and DJ anywhere where that culture is thriving, or you just got hip to that culture and start putting it in your mix?
It's one of them things, like, you know what I'm saying, before I was a DJ, I always been a fan of music, you feel me? So it was one of the things that I kind of knew already. But then just to see other people react to it and they feel the same way I do, it's like, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, this hard right here. And then on top of that, as I'm playing, I'm testing, I'm looking like, okay, the reaction to the crowd, like, okay, let me do this, that, you know what I'm saying? I tell you that go-go music and house music, that's some different
Chicago shit?
No, New Jersey.
New
Jersey, that
is there any similarities, or?
I would say they both the same. I think they both the same tempo, but I think
know that new Uzi song? I want to rock or some shit.
That's New
that
Jersey.
house?
That's New Jersey.
That's house.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's New Jersey.
Doom.
That shit hard. That's New Jersey.
I was wondering about that constant doom. Was that something around that kind of genre?
So I could tell you a story about that. I had to do a party in Columbus, and so when they booked me, they was like, you know, I'm thinking it's like 50-year-old birthday party, you feel me? So, you know, just throw
somebody
back.
just said, please don't remind me of the rooftop.
I know who said that too. So doing the thing, something is a 55-year-old birthday party, something like, you know, Frankie Beverly and May, shit like that, you feel me? So the guy come up to me, tell me his story, like, hey, I'm from New Jersey, da da da. You know what I'm saying? My life turned around and start walking with Christ. I'm like, okay, cool.
And this is who party it is.
This who paid me, but it's for his wife.
So as you hearing this, you realizing how limited the music got to be.
Basically, just right. So I'm going through that. He like, turn that off. I'm like, okay. So I get the.
What did he tell you to turn off?
He told me to turn the Frankie Beverly and Mays off. So I'm like, all right. So I get to playing jazz. He like, yeah, man, turn that off too, man. That remind me too much of the world. I'm like, man, this ain't too much more I can do after this. So he's like, yeah, you ever heard of Christian house music? I said, man, what is that? So, man, typed it up on YouTube. Shout out to, hey, man, if you're a DJ too, please have a hotspot. Well, that come in handy. So I put it up on YouTube, downloaded an hour of. I'm listening to it. I'm like,
how you download it? So how you download it?
hey man, hotspot.
But I'm saying like, what you playing while you downloading it?
Just some regular. Cause I was getting to playing gospel music, and he was like, yeah, he was like, we like that type of gospel music, but we want Christian house music. So
And where you at again?
It's in Columbus.
Okay.
So I'm getting
You from there?
No, they from New Jersey.
Oh.
They from New Jersey. So I get to playing. I'm trying to download. So I download. I'm listening to it, and they bobbing their head to it. You know what I'm saying? Listen to it, but they got a whole bunch of people that's not really in the church like that.
Talk a little louder.
They had a whole bunch of people that wasn't in the church like that. They was basically saying like yeah, we like this, but you know what I'm saying, switch it up. What you got else? So I get the mixing like what was that? Dun 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 da da dee da da da. They like, oh, okay. And then they get to doing all their little dances and stuff. I'm like,
you had to pull your blend hands out.
Yeah. So that was like kind of like my formal introduction to playing it towards people. Like I ain't heard it on TikTok and YouTube and stuff like that before.
Right.
That was like my first formal introduction to it, and I actually kind of like it for real though.
So
definitely.
You just got into like the diversity of just the type of music you like and the type of music that you be having to play for situationally in different type of parties. Like, when did you first start thinking? When did you first fall in love with music? Let's just say that.
Ooh, wee. He made me. Probably a lot of people didn't know I grew up in church, so.
All right, let me ask you this.
Hold on, before you say that, I grew up in church, but besides the gospel music I used to listen to, I used to like listen to our band play. I used to have like interludes of like when they be going around passing the offering out and stuff like that. Just had interludes of like the band playing. That's why I started liking live music. So then it became that again, you know what I'm saying? That's when the older stuff started coming, so like, you know, like Gap Band, stuff like that. And then it just kind of went from there. I kind of say my first, like super first, I want to say it was either between like Master P. I want to say like, yeah, Master P, Cash Money for sure.
So like when you said it was church music at first and then it got to like Gap Band and stuff like that, do you think you could feel like growing up in church and falling in love with that music first, do you think that gave you a feel for feeling the emotion of music first?
I could say hearing the band play was my introduction to, and also I play instruments too, but hearing that band play was like my introduction to loving like live bands.
Yeah,
like live
and that's
music.
what I mean, like real music.
Yeah, real music.
Because like you could feel shit in real music, like the theatrics of like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah,
like, you don't feel that in hip hop.
It's different. It's different. Like when you actually feel the bass drum or feel the, you know what I'm saying? You got some good speakers, you feel that bass line.
When I was a little kid and I used to go to like men's outings and men's breakfast with my Aunt Carla and my Uncle Emmanuel, like they went to Mount Calvary and they only listened to gospel, but they would be up on gospel like how we up on hip hop, like the new gospel that came out this Friday. They got it already type shit, you feel me? So like it would confuse me when I would ride and listen to that music and I would get chill bumps. Yeah. Or I would kind of like tear up a little bit. Like I ain't understand, but that just showed me how early my sense of how you can feel the feeling of music. Like I could feel that shit super early, but I didn't understand it, especially because I already like rap music and stuff like that. So I'm like, why did this make me?
And now that I'm thinking about it, I think another thing too was my mom and her boyfriend, they used to take me to Central State Classics, and how I would never want to leave. Like after when the game was over, I wanted to hear the Battle of the Bands. Yeah. Like I always wanted to hear that shit. Always. And sometimes we would stay, sometimes we had to leave, but I used to love that shit, man. Still do to this day.
So we got into just the general love of music. Like when is the first time you got hands on with anything in music?
What you mean by hands on?
Was you ever in band? Was you ever?
Yeah, I was in band. I played violin, I played trumpet, and I played the saxophone.
Oh, you played 3 instruments?
Yeah.
All at Stivers?
No.
Okay.
So I play all those instruments when I was in elementary school.
Okay.
And then when I went to Stivers, I'm gonna be honest. If you got into Stivers, man, you have to be a real big deal. Like you
Yeah.
have to be good because I tried out and I ain't even make it. And I've been playing for down there 4 years.
Damn. So what did you go for? Never mind.
It's cool. It's cool. It's cool, man. It's cool. I got there for singing. I went there for singing.
That's cool.
I think
I remember Q used to make jokes about that.
Hey,
sometimes.
man, a lot of people didn't know I used to sing.
Yeah.
But don't ask me because I ain't going to do it.
But I mean, that just give you, I tell my daughter this. My daughter playing an instrument right now. And I tell her, whenever you learn, as soon as you learn how to read notes, you smarter than me. Because I don't know how to read nothing. Like, I don't know any music theory for real. I just got a sense of feeling. You feel me?
But sometimes you could, music theory is more or less of, well, yeah, reading, but, I mean, by you making beats and shit like that, man, that's music theory in its own, too. You know, like, you playing different chords, that's music theory, too.
Yeah, but I don't know.
You don't, it's a feeling.
Yeah.
It's more or less a feeling, so by you having that feeling, like, that's the start of it right then and there. All you gotta do is go back and kind of figure out what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, actually, you know what I'm saying, writing it down, which is kind of hard. Shout my band teacher, Mr. Moreland, he got us on music theory early. And not to say that I know it still, but if I can pick up somebody's to give me like a sheet of music, I can kind of like pinpoint. I know the not necessarily the notes, but the patterns, the 1 and 2 and 3, like stuff like that. So,
I mean, that's the importance of music theory and understanding that. Like, when you listen to music, you hearing what you understand what you're hearing. You feel me? That's what, like, explaining that from my perspective of not knowing music theory, I'm amazed at just the way it feels.
Right. Most definitely.
So, you play an instrument, 3 instruments. You go to Stivers for not playing instruments, but it's still something around music. When did you start thinking of the idea of possibly being a DJ?
So I want to say when I was at Stivers, I used to rap. I was decent, but I wasn't like I ain't no flam. You feel me?
Oh my.
I was decent, so but I always wanted to do something with music. So it was either production or doing beats, production stuff like that. But I want to say what really started me DJing was DJ Durrell.
Shouts out to DJ Durrell.
Me and DJ Durrell used to go to church together, and DJ Durrell used to have all the new music, like the hot music before it came out.
What grade is this for you?
Dang, what grade was that? I want to say that was like 9th, 4th, 10th grade.
So I was like, what, 03?
Yeah, it was like 9th, 4th, 10th grade. I remember he was the nigga that used to put music on people's voicemails.
Okay.
And I remember he played that Game Over by Lil Flip over the phone. And I'm like, and he had it first. He was like, listen to this. He's scratching in the background. I'm listening to it. I'm like, ugh. I'm like, man. So then I get to listen to DJ Skano. I was just talking to Skano too. DJ Skano.
Shouts out to Skano.
And DJ Wizard. I used to listen to them every Saturday. And my grandma had bought me a boom box. And I never get this. I got in trouble because my mom, she used to sing in the choir, so I used to give her tapes to like listen to the music. I took one of the tapes and recorded over it. I got in trouble for it.
Yeah, I bet you
but
did.
that same tape I would record on Friday, listen to it throughout the week, and then record the next Friday, the next mix show. Man, it's kind of like man, I'm trying to figure out how they did that, and then shout out to Jesus. He took me to New Orleans.
Shouts out to Zeus.
He took me to New Orleans one time and got hip to DJ Michael Watts. And man used to be high listening to that shit. And I used to be like, man, how the fuck is they doing that?
Right.
Like cutting and doing and all that, man. And then like all that shit just intrigued me. So like man, when I finally got a little older, I met DJ Shorty and DJ Dead.
Shouts out to Shorty.
And I was carrying Shorty equipment for a minute, and then they just got to showing me everything, showing
Hey
me
man,
everything.
I remember. I think I remember that.
Yeah.
Santana's.
Yeah. No, Santana's.
But he was in Santana's.
Yeah, he was in Santana's too. Yeah, he sure was. Yeah, I'm sure was. I'm tripping. Santana's, yeah. But yeah, just trying to, like, man, you making me just dig deep, man. Yeah, just doing well, first, I think I first started at the Silver Fox and just kind of went from there. Just went from there. But
man,
yeah,
listen,
that was really my introduction. Like, y'all really just got my introduction to DJing. Like, seriously.
You called it the Silver Fox. You ain't called it the 22.
That's what it was called, the Silver Fox.
Hey, listen, right? I remember when I was like, I had the all black Grant Heels. So I probably was like in the 3rd grade.
Mm-hmm.
My dad took me and my brothers to the Silver Fox on a Saturday at like 7 o'clock, right? That nigga bought me a 12-piece wing dinner. The wing thing.
Yeah.
They had, or it might have been like 6 holes or some shit. So the grown niggas like, who chicken is that? Like, who all gonna eat all that chicken? My dad, like, him.
Right.
He gonna eat it by himself. But we little kids in the Silver Fox, nigga. You not black.
Ain't supposed to be in there.
Hell no. But yeah, the Silver Fox, man.
Hey man, shout out to every adult that corrupted the child by taking them to a club.
Man, listen, when my dad was taking us to the Palms, my dad was taking us to the Palms when it was like 30 and up. Like in 08, 07. Young niggas wasn't going to the Palms back then. You feel me? But that's another fucking story. So, we, Shorty gave you the game.
Shorty a DJ did. Well, Shorty showed me the,
programs and shit.
He showed me like the gist of, you know what I'm saying, the music and shit, but DJ Dev actually really gave me the business sense. And on top of that, man, like, dog used to have me working. We used to work out.
Who was the first DJ crew you was with?
It was actually me and Dev to go get a DJs. Yep, it was me and Dev, man.
Cause I remember like the times when, you know, certain artists or certain people in the city started doing what they doing before their name was the name that they stuck with.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause it wasn't Last Call DJs. I know for a fact it wasn't that.
That wasn't until like 2011, yep. 2008.
Shouts out to Al.
Al.
But,
yeah, for sure.
So, where was your first gig?
The first gig I did by my first gig was probably at the Silver Fox, and I ain't even had no DJ equipment back then. I had a hard drive that my nigga had gave me out one of his old computers. And what you would do is you would hook the hard drive up to the computer at the Fox. And Benny used some shit, man, because what Benny would do is you would hook your hard drive in and play songs. What that nigga be doing in the back, he be stealing all the music off your damn hard drive that he didn't have.
Yeah.
For sure. And then
without you even knowing he doing
without that, hey bro, Benny, Benny was a motherfucking.
Mike Logan, what's up, bro?
What's up with it? I ain't seen that nigga in a minute.
Yeah, he doing his thing up in New York.
Yeah, he was stealing music off the hard drive, but you know it is what it is. But I want to say it was the Silver Fox for real. And then I started at Santana's. DJ Dead, he threw me on the spot. He was teaching me how to DJ. He said,
"Let's talk about Santana."
He was teaching me how to DJ. This nigga said, "I gotta go cut 3 heads back in my dorm." He said, "You slide this song over here and this song over here. Move left or right, I'm gone."
And you at a party and you doing this. You learning on the job.
On the spizzot.
You fucking up
like a motherfucking. I wasn't saying fucking up, but it was more or less I was being a fan, so I only played shit I wanted to hear. So it was Wayne, Jeezy, Drum, T.I.
Let me ask you this, and I got an old school question after this. How hard was it to feel the medium between what they want to hear and what you want to hear when you first started?
After a bit, after I fed out, I understood it. Because like I said, I just wanted to hear what I wanted to hear.
Yeah, but how far off was you from what they want in the beginning when you was just doing what you want to do?
I would say I was far off when it came to the ladies, because you know ladies want to hear that R&B shit. You feel me?
I'm playing nigga shit.
I'm playing. Hey,
yeah.
Tell me what you know about me. You feel me?
Yeah, that was that time.
Yeah, so
now here go the old school question.
Mm-hmm.
You remember when you got us hip to the first Young Dro album in front of Q's mom's house?
Man, I'm gonna be honest.
In your mom's Jeep Cherokee.
Hey, Q got me hip to that shit, man.
For real?
In the Corsica, that
body full of polo clothes.
That hell no, I ain't like.
Yeah.
My shade screens ring.
That's some
around
shit I like.
Yeah, man. And then I think I took that CD from him, man.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
I think
I'll be honest.
that
Check
CD.
this out. Yo, I gave you being a DJ a lot of credit off getting me hip to that. Cause it's two albums I remember I heard from you. It was that one and the Jeezy Inspiration.
Yeah, that
you
Jeezy.
kept talking about that intro. And you played that intro.
And
what hypnotized you? Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest, man. We had a lot of influence on that, man. Cause I used to be high listening to that shit. Like, man, this is man.
People don't. Hey, listen, right?
Oh,
you came out 05, right?
Yeah.
I tell people this all the time. The year we turned 18, the summer we graduated, Jeezy came out.
Man.
Let's talk about that. Like, how much of a tidal wave was that? And we just talking about dating.
I ain't gonna lie. If I could sit down and just talk to Jeezy for 5 minutes,
that's all you'll tell him.
I would tell him like, hey, bro, you made niggas in my city want to get some money. Get some money.
And they was getting some money, but you put a battery in their back and made them robots. Bro.
Man, just turned that shit to 10.
Cause you were there.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about fusions. We're talking about MJs. We're talking about what's the place out there in West Carrollton? Your place, right place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Off of the cut.
Yeah, by the license bureau.
Yeah, off of the cut. They tore that shit down.
Yeah, bro, I'm talking about. These were another time of club. And then Fusions had 2 floors.
And then too, you know, we had like a big brother or a big cousin that used to listen to shit. So all my big cousins, that's all they listen to is Jeezy. Like,
you know what's crazy?
Quote unquote line from line.
For me, that would be my dad. And my dad was in jail when they came out.
Mm-hmm.
So it hit me even more different because this is my dad's lifestyle. Mm-hmm. You feel me? I know what he talking about just from being around, not even being around.
My cousin Crying Dog, man, he used to recite that shit. Where, how the fuck you niggas gonna rob the robbers, nigga?
But that's the different one. That right there.
That's like the Jeezy 2.
No, that's before. That's the fucking Come Shop With Me.
Yeah, you right about that.
I'm talking when Master P dropped
Ice Cream Man.
That wasn't even on Trap or Die.
Yeah.
Because when I saw the Trap or Die DVD and he was performing that song, I said, what the fuck song is that? He said, I was young, serving niggas that's twice my age, getting it, grinding hard, getting twice the pay.
Hey!
What the fuck? That was the best part. It's Jeezy. It's Jeezy. Like, nigga, that used to have me like, bruh. Man, niggas riding up the Berg, hanging out the window. Like, Jeezy used to make people act different than other music. Yeah, they're acting wild,
and then he charged up a whole generation afterwards, man. Like, you know, like if you can listen to the music that Jeezy made and then the music that came out after him, it was like, ooh. Because like,
niggas didn't know you could rap about that like that until then.
Right, he made that door open for him, for real. Most definitely, man.
Damn,
like,
so
man, you bringing back memories.
Yeah, because these is every era has the same memories.
Mm-hmm.
If you a certain age, if I say a certain thing, you're gonna be like, oh, you feel me?
Right.
Certain shit for us, bro, like Savage Life. Like that summer, bro, you gotta think what albums came out, bro. Bro, what
Man, you bringing back memories.
Cause Carter 1 was the summer before that.
Yeah.
Carter 2 was that fall.
That was
my freshman year of college.
Yep, that was Fusion. Shout out to my nigga CJ, man. Used to ride around listen to that shit.
Man, fucking
Gangsta Grills. That's all you heard is Gangsta Grills. Gangsta Grills.
Boys in the Hood album.
Man.
Jeezy, Trapper Die in the album. Rick Ross, Port of Miami. Now that was the year after that.
Yeah, Rick Ross came.
That was 06.
Yeah.
That was 06.
Hustler. Yeah.
Jock was 06. Like that year span of that summer to that summer.
Yeah.
Man, what?
Just that whole entire era of music, like that era of music changed everything. Like that was like the turning point. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
it made it all the way southern.
Yeah.
Because it's like this. It's like when Jordan retired, niggas could win that wouldn't have won if he played.
Most definitely.
When Jay-Z retired, niggas it went somewhere else.
Yeah. Dang. I'm trying to think. Was Lil Jon still popping back then?
Yeah. Lovers and Friends was our senior year.
Okay. That was Crunk Rock or Crunk Juice.
He had a real shit. Like, when you think about all the work that was done to put Air Summer, what's up with it, brody? Jew Guy, what's up with it? Dre Manuel, what's up with it? Shy, what's up with it? They tuning in. When you think about all the work that was done in Atlanta to put the light on, like, all the things that was done to build up the moment for Jeezy, you got Lil Jon, you go Outkast, Ludacris, Lil Jon, T.I., then Jeezy.
Like I said, man, I don't know that Jeezy era, that shit just, man, it just seemed like that shit just turned everything.
Me and my brother been talking about this, right? When you think about a street rapper, right? And we could say, without saying too much, we could say locally. Like, most street rappers we seen in Dayton, they entourage, they the only rapper. Mm-hmm. And the people that's with them is so official at what they do without being rappers that it greenlights what the rapper is saying that people gotta wonder, is he really about? You feel me? When you really think about who was Jeezy's cosign, Big Meech, bro. We didn't even know who Big Meech was when we was watching those videos.
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you this. This round when that Jeezy album had came out, I had went to Atlanta with my nigga, and he dropped me off over my cousin's house. And so, you know, I'm catching up with the fam, like we riding around smoking, I'm just having a ball. And I look up on the highway and I see BMF, The World Is Yours. I said, man, who the fuck is these people?
Yeah.
And then I see him in
What's up with that?
And then I see him in the Source.
You can talk, bro. We don't give a fuck about that.
I see him in the Source and I'm reading the Source. I'm like, man, who the fuck is these people, bro? Like,
yeah.
And then, you know what I'm saying, you hear Jeezy shouting them out like, I ain't never seen the leader of our nation riding in the Phantom. I'm like, oh. And then when I put two and two together and my cousin told me, I'm like, oh, damn. Right. It's a little bit above my pay grade.
Bro, like, when you know how you watch a movie as a young dude and then you watch it as a grown up and you be like, damn, I never noticed that, or I never knew he played in this, right? Nigga, I didn't know Big Meech played in this.
Right.
Bro, when I watched the Trapper Die DVD now, bro, me and Javen went to 14K and got the Trapper Die mixtape in the DVD.
Right.
We came back home and turned the DVD on, and this motherfucker's in a Ferrari with red seats. In 2000, we like...
Yeah, that's what he was right. He had that blue jacket on. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. He damn near, like, this nigga a rapper? This nigga's a rapper? Like, hold on.
Bro, that nigga said on $1 Million Worth of Game, he said I was riding around giving my CD away for free in a Ferrari.
Making other rappers look like, man, who the fuck is this nigga?
He said when we first started Boys in the Hood, we was getting $500 a show. Like, $100? Like, what am I gonna do with this? Bro, we never seen, as much as people say about how Jay-Z came in the game with everything, and we didn't really see it like that.
Right. And then too, you know what I'm saying, Jay-Z was a little bit, you know what I'm saying, he was a little bit older than us.
And modest.
Yeah, he was
in the classism of you don't understand unless you understand. You feel me?
Right.
This shit you can't not understand.
Mm-hmm.
It's 14 niggas with Ferraris.
And then
what the fuck?
And then too with Jeezy music, like you listen to it, like you know what I'm saying. He used to like say shit. He would, you know what I'm saying, put the shit in code. You feel me? But and if you didn't understand, you didn't understand. Or if you did, you did. You like,
Bro,
damn. That like them hidden gems. That used to be the ones. Like
said, now the question is, can a nigga really rap? And the answer is, you ever been to the trap? So if you haven't, you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. That nigga answered your question with a question. You feel me? Lean up. The people can't see you on camera no more.
What was it, man? What was that? What was the one song on the Jeezy mixtape?
Zeus, what's up?
You ain't perfect, nigga. So how the fuck you gonna judge me? That shit was real, man.
We say, you ain't never hid them grams in your Fruit of the Looms. Niggas playing cops or robbers like in the cartoons.
Hey.
Your Uncle Grady never stole all your rocks. You never hid 8 balls in your socks. Hey, you ain't lost mailman and gold mouth. And you ain't never had the drug task in your house.
Man.
Roll hot, had to fall back. Lost 10 bricks, had to crawl back. Would get into it, but that's another episode. Stop my plug, lost $250,000 on the road. The only rapper in the hood where the thugs be. So think twice, motherfucker, before you judge me. Bro, I got chill bumps right now. That shit used to have me like, I ain't never heard nothing like that.
And then too, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, by you having family in the streets, I have family in the streets too. Just listening to all like they, you know what I'm saying, ear hustling like they conversations of shit that's gonna happen. You be like, damn, okay, damn, oh, that's what that nigga, oh shit, damn, cuz. And I realized like, oh, y'all really doing shit.
A nigga that couldn't rap that well, we never saw a nigga that couldn't rap that well, rap that good.
Right, and all he was really doing was talking about his life. Talk about his life, man, for sure. Talking about his life, man.
But a nigga never made the street sound so triumphant.
Yeah.
Like, you could tell that in the feeling of his music that in his mind he beat the street.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it sounds like I'm one. Like when that boom, that standing ovation,
man,
that shit come on with them horns like that. It sound like,
hey man, shout out to Shawty Red, boy. He don't realize how much he changed shit, boy.
He didn't do that though.
Who did?
Drummer Boy.
Really?
Yep.
I always thought that was Shawty Red.
And I thought it took him like 3 beats. He made the beat to the acapella. He had to do it like 2 or 3 times. And it was the night before the morning the album got turned in. So he driving back and forth from an hour away to bring it back. He like, nah.
Yeah, he did say that shit on that interview. You is right about that.
And then he said the last time he brought it and played it like that, he was like, he said he really laughed like that. Like, that's how he laughed when I got it right.
That nigga Drummer Boy is like, boy, I'm in there now. Shit, I'm in there now. Fuck, ain't no looking back.
That's a stinger.
Ain't no looking back, man. Hell yeah, man. For sure. Damn, you is right there. Say that shit, man.
Man, Young Dro was a serious. Like, these is very, like, pivotal people to, like, shaping the type of music I wanted to make.
Right.
Jeezy, Young Dro, Webby. It's all at the same time. Ross, next year, like, Wayne, Squad Up Wayne. 2 different people.
Squad up Wayne. Like, that's when I think that's when his transition hit too, where he was like, he went from Lil Wayne to Lil Wayne, like when everybody.
I be trying to tell Zeus, bro. He don't understand how we was ruined off that.
And on top of that, it wasn't just like 1 or 2 mixtapes. My dude had volumes like 7, 8.
We're talking about the very beginning of Cash Money.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Dayton was in a trance off that shit, bro.
Man, especially remember when they came to the city.
Chris, what's up, boy?
When they came to the city, matter of fact, that was the first rap concert I went to.
But then think about, remember Benji, you know? With the Prowlers and shit?
Yeah, these had a spot out there, had a club out by the Salem Mall.
Bro, like, the street, the vibe of getting money in the street when Cash Money was the shit, everybody was trying to do it like Cash Money.
Right.
Like, nigga, we seen a Prowler in the video first from them. Remember when a Prowler used to be sweet as fuck?
I remember the first time I seen one, like, damn, I remember.
Them motherfuckers was trash, bro.
You saw that shit on TV.
But back, they made it look like they was buying PT Cruisers.
Stretching PT Cruisers out. I wanted one of them.
They was
too.
just acting crazy. Bro.
I wanted one of them too, man.
They had the Daytons on the 4-wheeler.
Mm-hmm.
When I seen that, I was like, what the fuck?
Dang, yeah, Cash Money really did change some shit.
Stunting, like, bruh. It was a nigga at Fairview that glued nail diamonds to his teeth, bruh.
Who the fuck did that?
He ain't even gonna do it, but it's like that's how serious. And he used to talk like Baby. He used to think he was him. Like in his mind, he really thought he was Birdman.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the 7th grade. Like this shit was serious. Like when nigga listen, in the 7th grade, I went to the first dance of the year at Fairview.
Mm-hmm.
Going into Fairview, it's like I think this is a year-round school, so we start a little earlier than normal. We really in the middle of the summer at school, like July.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? August type shit. Bro, they turned that ass up. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
bro, them little bitches in them uniforms went crazy, bro. You just seen school uniforms on the ground twerking.
So I think that was the difference between going to Stivers and
Bruh.
going to Fairfield.
It was ridiculous, bro.
First time I ever seen some shit like that, I think I was 9th grade. This girl named Rakila was twerking on the car. Boy, that shit changed my life.
Let me say this real
Rakila,
quick,
you
right?
see this? I love you still. You still my home.
You fucked up. When Death Row was jumping, right? I'm like, when the West Coast was big, man, I loved it. That shit. Like I used to have Lowrider magazines. I used to draw lowriders on Dayton's. And I don't even think I'm attaching the idea that Dayton's are from Dayton at the time.
Right.
I just love Snoop Dogg, Tupac, Dr. Dre. I just like the shit. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm drawing lowriders on Dayton's and listening to Tupac. My mom wrote the whole Machiavelli album down on pay. Like my dad listened to Death Row all the time. This shit a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
But I never knew I was from the West Side until they changed IGA on Germantown to West Side Market.
Okay.
So I'm like 8 years old and they changed it to West Side Market while Tupac doing like this on TV every day. So I'm like, I'm from the West Side?
Mm-hmm.
So I could do like this, like Tupac? Bro, that shit had me I thought that was the coldest shit of all time, bro. I never knew.
Yeah, you was... Yeah, I wasn't really listening to Tupac until I got older. I think I did.
Because you wasn't that had to be some grown up shit.
Yeah,
a grown up had to put you on that.
I think my cousin did give me a Too Short tape, but my mama took it.
Oh yeah, that's never gonna go with him.
My mama took it, man. It had Too Short tape.
Back then, like, ain't it crazy how the music that they wouldn't let you listen to is what you wanted to listen to even badder?
Make it even worse. For sure, yeah.
Because when that No Limit shit was hot,
mm-hmm.
my next door neighbors, I'm like in the 5th grade, they in like the 11th, 12th grade.
Mm-hmm.
So they got all the No Limit albums out the store, all the different color cases and everything. Nigga, I go over at my day house, I'm in their room, they got the posters all over the wall. This the template for how I did my shit.
Right.
I'm looking like, bro, he got girls on his shit. I can't put girls on my wall. My mom won't let me do that shit. He got the Tyra Banks swimsuit edition. He got Gabrielle, the Brock Fancy from Jamie Foxx. He loved Tyra Banks and Fancy.
Uh-huh.
And he got basketball players and football players and rappers and shit all over his shit.
Uh-huh.
Didn't I do my shit just like that? My shit in here used to be like that. Nigga, I used to go over there. My mom didn't let me listen to the No Limit shit. Nigga, I go get blank tapes. Nigga, and go tape they CDs. And you can't. It ain't no writing on my tape, nigga. You don't know what I'm listening to.
You smart man.
But I was a geek
Smart
for
man.
this. I'm talking about I was a real live geek for this shit, bro. I had to have it.
Mm-hmm.
When I saw the Ice Cream Man video on BET, because again, I'm already in love with Dayton's from California, so I'm seeing that. He got the Dayton's, but he don't sound like that.
Right.
I'm like, what the fuck? And it's dumb. Everybody hate Moby Dick and how he sing, bro. That nigga used to make their songs stand out so hard.
Right.
Mr. Ice Cream Man.
And I didn't even know Moby Dick was part of Beats by the Pound.
Yeah.
I just thought he was just a solo artist.
Bro, that nigga P had like a group of 4 or 5
Yeah, I saw that documentary. I never knew that shit, but I'm gonna be honest, Moby Dick, that his shit was hard.
Yeah.
Like, this is for the players.
Mm-hmm.
Cat. Ooh, that's, man. That
Everything
shit,
he was on. And they said Pimp fucked with him heavy.
yeah.
So
Yeah, because he used to play instruments. You know, Pimp C used to be on them instruments hard too, man.
No Limit, Cash Money, Rough Riders, Rockefeller, Bad Boy. Bad Boy, like, I don't know if Bad Boy get enough credit for real, bro.
Because they went more commercial.
That's harder to do.
They went more commercial, and people, you know, like we was just talking about, like when white people start fucking with you, boy, niggas be like, I don't want to listen to that shit no more.
But you know
they
what's
went
crazy
more
though?
commercial more than anything.
They took a lot of that format from Tupac.
What you mean?
Like, bro, they got nigga real live videos where the producers and everything is saying when I Get Around came out, they literally studied that song like, we don't got nothing like this.
So let them turn up.
Cause you got to think, bro. Look how many girls was in that. Rappers wasn't coming like that back then, bro.
Yeah.
Like niggas that was still edgy.
Yeah.
When you think about how many girls was in that video, he running from girls, bro. Like, and he got his shirt off, and he like this when girls really start fucking with that nigga like that.
Yeah.
Cause think about it, it's around the time when the rape shit happened. You feel me?
Yeah.
So you see the format of a hit record being a hard record that both like the dudes and the girls. New York wasn't really hitting like that. They was grimy, lyrical. This. Niggas, Biggie went from grimy Raiders hoodie with the player.
Straight Kango.
Yeah.
Straight Kango in the fucking.
Because when you really think about
player shit.
That's West. That sound West Coast, bro.
Yeah, but they them fucking samples, man. And I get
that was Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre was doing that for the Chronic.
Oh yeah.
I'm not saying that New York they invented sampling, but I'm saying that vibe, bro. Niggas tapped in.
And then too, the samples that Dr. Dre used was
classic, but still he flipped them and did his shit with them.
And then too, like you know how like the younger generation now too, like the music they listen to, like you know what I'm saying, they do their little 1-2, they bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That should be a little harder. A little bit more like edgy. The shit they used to listen to. They used to listen to fucking what's the nigga name? Parliament.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They used to listen to Parliament and shit.
A lot of Dayton people or Midwest people.
Yeah.
That's what Snoop was talking about with the Dayton and yeah, man, like that's a different conversation too.
Yeah.
But think about you remember the first version of One More Chance? Biggie, give me one more chance, Biggie. Remember when Martin did it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bruh, think about brum, 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 brum. That sound like some Craig Mack type shit. Bruh, that other sound does not sound like nothing.
Damn, hold on. Biggie, give me one more chance. Biggie.
Remember when Martin was doing the Romeo and Juliet?
Yeah.
And he came out with he did the Biggie sound.
I always thought that was the remix.
But think about the difference. With that, remember how the West Coast always used to have a little synthesizer with the
that was called Mode.
Yeah.
Mode.
With the so what is that? I love it when.
So it seemed like whoever produced that song just made a little bit more player, like a little bit more player. They shit was a little bit more gritty. You know what I'm saying?
But that's the New York sound.
Yeah.
New York ain't start coming like that till after Biggie started coming player like that. Because that became the formula for Mace. That became the formula for you feel me? That start being the wave.
Man, shout out to Flamboy, because every time we talk, boy, I be learning some new shit about fucking music.
And I'll be sometimes as I'm saying this shit, I'm learning it too, because I'm just thinking of it like, damn, when you gradually just follow the color change, you feel me?
And now that you say that too, bruh, as much as you say you don't know music theory, this is part of music theory too, in so many words.
It can be, but it's kind of like some Steve Jobs shit. You need somebody that still know how to do it.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I can identify and request and suggest shit, but some of that shit is beyond what I know how to do. So I need a motherfucker that really know how to do specific shit. It's like when they say when you play with LeBron, all you gotta do is hit corner threes. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it seems like that's all a motherfucker got to do, but that's an important thing because we don't got nobody to do it. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Like, so we done veered off and just talked about a lot of what you listen to right now.
Hey, side note, man, we always do that shit. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, boy. We turn a motherfucking 30-minute conversation to like 2 hours fucking with him. We always do that shit though. Always. What am I listening to now? Just on some go-to, on my go-to, like, man, good day, got some money in my pocket, man, about to go get fresh, go get something to eat.
Larry.
Man, off that Larry.
Yeah, that just sound like that. That sound like the day of the.
Off that
Larry.
Larry.
I woke up the other morning and I just listened to him and I was like, why don't I do this every day? Cause it's like if you listen to him in the morning, how you gonna have a bad day after that?
Right. They just give you an instruction like, yeah, man, got off some of this organic orange juice with a triple matcha tea.
Yeah.
Add agave nectar, no white sugar in my shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Type thing, you feel me?
Let me ask you this. What do you think the percentage of music that you listen to that's mainstream compared to independent?
Ooh, I think that's mainstream versus independent. I probably listen about 35% mainstream. The rest of it is independent, man.
Why you think so?
I don't know, man.
And as a DJ, I really respect that because you're supposed to break shit.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just it's something about like independent artists. Like like you gravitate towards them more. And then on top of that, you really want to know like
they feel closer to the level of life you own that you can relate to them.
Yeah.
Mainstream, it's like they're like plants.
It's like what?
Plants, industry plants type things. They out with a specific type message.
Yeah, it's pretty consistent.
Yeah, like I don't know why it's like that. I guess like feeling closer to the artist, and then too like I guess independent artists, you more or less you don't know when they gonna come out, but when they come out, it's gonna be hard. Whatever they put out, like especially if you got your favorite. Like make case point example, like before Sada got hot. No, I say before he got hot, like right when he was like buzzing. That Bartier County one.
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh.
What's the one with
That was the one that set it off for him, in my opinion. That shit hit different for me.
What's the one where he got a king's throne and the crown on?
That was the one that Pimp dripped at. I can't remember the name of it though. Hold on, you gotta make me look.
The one song that he'd be like
Stacy. That was when Stacy was in.
He got one on there with this girl singing. It's called Ace of Spade or some shit. My mama wasn't, my daddy, he said my mama was a drunk. My daddy sold drugs.
It's called That One Nigga.
Gonna grow to be a thug.
That's
Yeah,
what it's called, That
Don.
One Nigga. Yeah.
That motherfucker. That's when I got hit to him. It's a couple songs on there. He sound like Q. Bro, you gotta think about this, bro. Bro, it's real shit. Because these Detroit niggas is the first proper talking trap rappers that we've heard from the Midwest get on like that, bro. We ain't never heard nobody that really naturally just fuck rap like us. They talk like us.
Yeah.
They R's and certain, you know what I'm saying?
And then too, I think Detroit rap came in the intro. With me personally, I say this, like I love Atlanta music, I love the South music, but sometimes that shit would get a little too slow for me. It would get a little too slow. You'd be like, damn, they're almost falling asleep and shit. But that Detroit shit, that shit was more
too slow. I say the same slow.
That's because I want to say like most South music was like 76 BPM or 140 BPM. Like Sada, that shit would start to turn up to like 88, 186.
Now let me ask you
96, and that shit was a little bit more.
This is the type of music theory shit I don't understand. I understand that 91 is the same as 182. But why
divided by 2.
But what's
you divide everything?
I know. But what that mean? Like how does that work?
And cause what you call DJ Al, he showed me this shit. It's
a longer counts or some shit.
It's
because
it's basic. Sometimes it be the program that you running through that kind of, you know what I'm saying, kind of determine which one it is. And then sometimes you divide.
No, it's how I make the song. But I can make the beat that's 79 or 148.
It's one. I want to say it's divided by 2.
I know it is, but what is that even? How is that the same if it's not the same? Because if I change it like that, it ain't gonna be, the beat ain't gonna be the same. You get what I'm saying?
I get what you saying, and I'm gonna say it to this. Shout out to Serato and Virtual DJ.
He's doing that shit for you.
He doing shit for you.
You can just put ×2 or top.
Well, Virtual DJ did that. Serato didn't. But like I said, Al one showed me.
That's what I'm talking about the ×2.
Al one showed me either ×2 or divided by 2, and that's how you
see that?
And that's how you
divided by 2 ×2.
You're right.
Yeah, but what the fuck, man?
It's some computer. Be honest, I
it
think
figured
it
out for you to the point where we can't figure out what it means because it just do it for you type shit. You feel me?
It's like most definitely. It's like the equivalent of having a phone number in your phone. You really don't know. You just know how to press the button.
Exactly. Technology done did all the work.
You just know how to press the button.
So let's talk about how early I knew about the Detroit niggas.
Man, this nigga, man. I want to say, what party was it? I want to say it was one of them parties at the skate park. I mean, the bike park.
That was like what, 2018?
No, or it was one of them parties. He slid me a playlist. You feel me? Like, hey man, play some of this. I'm listening to it. Now, mind you, the reason why I start gravitating towards, like I said, man, a lot of stuff was a little too slow for me. You feel me? Get a little too slow.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was. And I am like,
and this was Zeus always
and on top of that, and
it got a New Orleans tempo.
Yeah, and they hitting samples. They playing some fire ass samples, boy. Payroll especially playing some fire ass samples behind it.
Now I gotta understand, he DJing my party, but he the DJ and he like, what is this?
And I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna be honest, like, you know what I'm saying, just personally being a fan of music, a lot of my friends, they got me hip to a lot of different shit. Like one thing,
because when it comes to getting people hip to music, you have to, you know, that it's an open-minded person that's
right
into that type.
And I can tell you right now, Work, he got me hip to listen to Hove, listen to
Work got me hip to Lupe.
Yeah,
we rode the EQ's college when we recorded down there when he was in school. We listened to Lupe when he first came out the whole way. I would have never even listened to Lupe.
He got me hip to Hove and Dipset. Zeus got me hip to Mike Jones. He got me hip to Mike Jones. He also introduced me to Second Lines. I love Second Lines. I don't know if y'all know what second line bands are, but
yeah.
in New Orleans, when you die, they had, instead of, like, you know what I'm saying, being sad and bringing your body out the church, they have second line band there, and they turn into a
what
party.
What I love about New Orleans is
Ooh.
even everything's on the same beat.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything's
right. And I remember Zeus made a second line band he made a second line beat on the Casio.
Yeah.
Hey man, I still remember that shit, man.
Zeus took me to the Guitar Center.
Hey, it did some shit. He did that. He did that with me too, man.
That shit was that nigga, man. I don't know why you don't do that shit no more, bro.
Hey man, you need to get back on them keys, my dude. Like seriously, you need to get back on them keys, man.
He the only nigga I ever seen that's like Zaytoven far as like just one time. I'm gonna do this sound one time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this sound one time. I'm gonna do this sound one time. I'm gonna do these drums one time, and then I'm dancing. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I done seen that nigga do that shit like 50 times, bro.
Yeah, that nigga made this beat on his Casio, bro. And I'm listening to it. I'm like, this shit hard. And then he like, I gotta delete it. I'm like, why? He like, man, cause I'm about to make another beat. I'm like, he was like, man, they only can hold one at a time. I'm like, man, that's some bullshit.
That's how far back we talking.
I'm like, that's some bullshit. But yeah, he got me hit the second line music. I want to say shout out to my homie Jason too. He listened to a lot of Hove too, man. He was a big Tupac fan too though.
Yeah.
But he listened to a lot of Hove. And then when Cash Money came, well, that was after Cash Money. I was listening to Cash Money after that, so it was Dipset and Mike Jones. And then I'm gonna say something too, man. People don't give him his credit. I don't know if you're paying attention or not, but there's one person. It's two. I tell you, it's two people in the city that's my go-to. Like when I wanna like, I think I done heard everything and I can go to and like, hey man, what y'all listening to? And they put me on some shit and that shit stick. One person is Jermichael, 663 Brooklyn. Shout out to him. And I'm telling y'all my secrets. Jermichael and my nigga Gusto Cuts.
I knew you was either gonna say Gus or Vic.
Gusto Cuts.
Vic tried to tell me about Larry June. I'm talking about the way people be so enthusiastic about when they telling people about him now.
Right.
He was exactly like that. Like
really?
5 years ago.
Hey man, one day I'm getting my hair cut. Gus cut my hair. That Larry June 30 days come on. Boy, he done there fuck my haircut up. I'm trying to like, you know how like he trying to stay still. Yeah. He done there fuck my hair. Like, man, be still. I'm like, man, spin me around, bro. Who is this? Yeah. I'm like, he like, bro, you ain't never hit the Larry June. You ain't heard of Larry June? I'm like, hell nah. I'm like, this shit hard. Soon as I get in the car, do Apple Music. I want to hear everything this nigga got. I'm talking about this.
As soon as his music come on, it just feel different.
Yeah.
Like, don't nobody want to make nothing that feel like that. Like, it's a, I don't want to say it's nice guy music, but it's like,
it was just player and smooth, bruh. Especially if you listen to that shit on some like snow shit, you can down there just envision yourself, man, 90-degray weather with the top down.
That's when you know that shit powerful.
Yeah.
He can make you feel like the sun out when it's snowing.
Man, especially when I was in Miami the first time, man, that's all I was listening to on that damn boat. Larry June, yeah. So them two right there, they really got me like introduced to a lot of up and current music. I'm gonna be honest, Jermichael, man. Jermichael probably one of the, when it come to A&R, he probably one of the hidden talents in Dayton, man. He done there and told me about everybody that was hot before it was about to pop. I'm talking about, he told me about Future. Hey man, this dude named Future got this song called Tony Montana when he rapping like Tony Montana. Like, this shit hard. I'm like, alright.
Told me about Future at first, I ain't get it. Q.
Who? Q? For real?
I didn't get it at first. I'm talking about like when he had the free bricks with Gucci.
Oh, that was a banger too.
I'm like,
that was a banger too. Yeah, Jermichael, he got me hip to Future. He got me hip to Pee Wee Longway.
I didn't really get it till the same damn time.
Damn. For real?
Like,
well, once I figured out he wrote.
I went back after that.
Once
remember when I was in Columbus and I just kept listening to that over and over again.
Once I got hip, he did racks on racks on racks, like, and then you know what I'm saying, his momentum started to build. I'm like, oh, same damn time. I'm like, oh, and then you get the yeah, baby. In my little crown, cause I made myself a boss. I'm like, ooh, and the thing is, he kept coming out. It wasn't like no drought or like wait
Hell
like
no.
6 months or 8 months. He kept dropping shit. Man.
Like an underground nigga.
Yeah. So yeah, Future, Pee Wee Longway, Young Thug. He actually turned me on the side too, man. He actually turned me on the side. Shout out to my nigga KJ from Flint, Michigan. I mean, not from Flint, from Muskegon, Michigan. He turned me on the money bag.
It was so many Detroit rappers I got hip to. Just, it was like a spread fire. Like, cause I was listening to Filthy. And Filthy got a lot of songs with them niggas. So it's like I would see about certain people. But then when I see you with somebody else that I'm really listening to, I'd be like, all right, maybe I'm missing it. Nigga, once I start listening to any of them, they got so many songs together, it just was like, everybody, you just find out about everybody. Man, it's so many, it was just so many niggas. Like, I ain't never, niggas, all crews from high school, most of them niggas don't be niggas no more when they 30, 32. But them niggas been the same niggas the whole time, bro.
On top of that, it was they had a whole side of Detroit that they was just all together rapping, and them niggas was hard. Them niggas, you had Doughboy Cash Out, then you had Team Eastside.
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh.
Like, but them is the same rappers that still together.
To this day, and they damn near blew up.
Damn near.
Once they damn near, all of them
Them
blew
niggas
up.
millionaires.
Yeah. Only person I really don't hear from is Webby, Green Guy Webby or something like that.
Yeah, but you know how. Once niggas really blow up, the niggas that don't really know how to rap be like, I ain't no rapper, bro. You feel me?
Hey man,
I was just doing this shit because my niggas doing this shit.
ain't got shit else to do.
But now it's way, this nigga, we in the game. It's ways for me to get money other ways. You feel me?
Right.
But them niggas didn't really put a whole nother like level of getting money, and they put their shit on for real, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I seen them niggas when they just had phones around their neck.
Old school.
For real. Like,
Old school.
From nothing to this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the loyal way. We ain't really never seen that here before. Niggas break up. Niggas turn on each other. Niggas don't be with each other no more.
Hey man, you hear this man saying that? So that to be said, if y'all listen to me, any dating artist, man, it's time to stick together, man.
For real.
It's time to stick together, man. You did, and the crazy thing, you done seen the blueprint done twice. Now I will say this. I've been doing these little showcases. It's a few young dating rappers that actually do stick together and they work together and they sound as hard. I'm gonna say one of them for sure. He in the mix. That nigga Ooze.
My boy, that's who did the intro for the mode.
Ooze. Hey bruh, that little nigga hard. And he got some people that be around him up under him. Little niggas can rap their ass off. And he different.
Yeah.
And he different as fuck,
Super
man. Shout to Ooze.
Shouts out to my nigga, man. I had him come through when we did the Dayton Music Fest at the Oregon district. That nigga came through, just did some raid shit for 1 minute with a ski mask on. Walked out.
Hey, bro, different as fuck, but that shit hard, man.
I fuck with
It's another nigga too, man. You know what I'm saying? I actually met him. I think he had just got out of jail, and he did a song. And when he did it, I'm like, ooh, this shit hard. I'm like, man, I gotta play this shit back again. The nigga Timo, that buff song.
I seen that name. I seen that name before.
Timo. Hey, he got this song called dang, was it Buffed Up or Buff Song or something?
Yeah.
Don't give me the line, but that song banging.
Yeah.
And he been coming out with heat ever since, man. Like I said, you got some up and coming dating rappers, man. And I'll give my best advice, because I know y'all do ask, and y'all ask my opinion on music, and I honestly tell y'all, but I say this, man, for real, if y'all really want to get up out of here and make some legit money, make some good money, hey man, work together, stick together, man, help each other out, man. Cause all y'all gonna do is elevate together. Like I said, y'all both got y'all got two different blueprints of how the shit can happen if you do it right.
And that's the thing too about I mean, it sounds that change and become cool that you might could latch on to and get further with, but don't just copy the music, copy the format.
Right.
And that's what we saying.
Just don't take one parts, take all parts.
Yeah, bro. Look what the people that got it working. That's what they doing. They sticking together. They staying independent. They building their shit up on their own before they just sell their whole fucking rights to themselves to some fucking body else. Bro.
Right.
Niggas stayed together for 10 years and built the equity of their own shit.
Right. Most definitely, man.
And that's what niggas don't understand, bro. They think one nigga supposed to just bro. It don't work.
Yeah,
like
most
that.
definitely. Like I said, it's some younger rappers, man. I hope the best for them too.
Nah,
They
for
got
sure.
some fire
I fuck with Essie Jones. Shouts out to Sellers.
bars.
It's a young nigga named Mari Lennox. I fuck with.
Hey, hold on. Now you say something. Shout out to this nigga named Luther Swade. And I'm
I hip to him too.
You hip to him?
Yeah.
Okay, hey man.
My nigga Sonny working with him.
Hey man. When I tell you, man, got a smooth ass voice. A smooth ass voice.
Tap in with him.
Yeah, Luther Swade,
Yeah,
man.
There's some cool shit going on. It's just people got to get the right guidance. If you know, if not get the right guidance, just watch the right shit to copy off of.
Mm-hmm.
The best you can. You feel me? I know everybody ain't got the budget of people that you watching, but you just got to be able to identify artists that's something like you or something like how you want to move, and put yourself in position to move like that. You feel me?
Most definitely.
But yeah, bro. Episode 4, the Outspoken live cast, Flamborghini DJ Fat B. I need some water. I'm high as fuck.
I ain't like what he call a contact. Fuck with.
He
always happens, man.
But yeah, man. Episode 4. I hope I didn't say episode 3 before that. We're ending it right now.